Oh yeah, definitely. Should be an interesting matchup. As always, you never know what to expect when you're entering a chair league match, but these are playoff times. I'm sure both teams are going to bring their A games. Um, we need to tell them to move. It was not. Uh, I think I muted while I was typing and forgot. So yes, every time. But yeah, I'm excited to get things underway here. Should be fun. So we need to give F Fair Cat the crown. He's got that. And we're just waiting on one more.
Right. Yeah. And of course, it wouldn't be the start of a cast if I didn't forget to unmute myself in OBS at the very start. So,
Wow, good times. So
yeah.
I've just been talking to myself again. Nailing it so far.
Killing it like always, good buddy.
Yep.
So, but yeah, we've not had a chance to cast either one of these teams this season, so we're not entirely familiar with what they'll be bringing to the table. Should be exciting. They are going on to Braxis Holdout for their first game, and that should be exciting.
Now, are we on the new patch but no Kel'Thuzad?
I believe so.
Because we're not in the tournament thing, so I assume that Kel'Thuzad is out for 2 weeks.
I would believe so. Let's take a look. Medic and Diva are banned tonight.
No Medic and no Diva.
That's sad. I really wanted to see Diva.
Wonder what's going on with Medic right now. I generally don't research bugs too much.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what the bug with Diva or with Medic is either, but it's probably some kind of energy bug where she gets infinite energy or something silly like that.
Yeah, more than likely. Or her healing numbers are too high right now because of a talent.
All right, here we go. We are going into Braxis Holdout. The draft has started. Let's go.
Alrighty.
I want to see a Rexar right now. Let's go. Ever since I got to play Rexar that one day, I've been obsessed with them on Braxis, and I'm constantly sad that I don't get Braxis Holdout so I can pick him.
Yeah, he's a fun hero to pick, so we hope to see him here because this is one of the few maps he's viable.
Yeah. Yeah, Rexar definitely viable here, but we're seeing the Ariel get hovered for the ban. And really, that's a pretty standard ban right now. Ariel's, even despite her nerfs, still an incredibly strong ban. She's probably one of the best healers right now.
She opens up the options for a lot of jank, and if you don't plan on using her, banning her effectively bans here. Well, not completely, but effectively bans heroes like Cho'Gall. You could even throw Vala in there to a lesser extent. Vala's still obviously functional without Ariel, but they really complement one another. So
yeah, it's disgusting how well Ariel pairs with everybody. But we see a first pick Dahaka, and I approve as a Dahaka fan, as the world's biggest Dahaka fan.
yeah, there's never anything wrong with Dahaka. Even on the smaller maps, global is still global. It's still faster than mounting up and moving around all that giant junk in the middle and going around the boss. So very helpful for switching off to beacons. I guess Kel'Thuzad is legal.
Yeah, it looks like Kel'Thuzad is legal, and it's the Space Tyrant Kel'Thuzad, whatever he is called right here. And so they're going to look to pair this with a Stitches. You know what? I like that.
Yeah, definitely. The slow on the gas combined with some of Kel'Thuzad's ability can create some very, very interesting effects. Obviously, pairing Hook with some of those things as well. We're seeing Lucio and Gul'dan come in from the other side of Team Happy Cloud, and yeah, I can definitely see it. Gul'dan does a lot of damage. He's amazing here. Lucio's a solid healer, and there's a lot of walls to move around. There's the Garrosh ban.
I can't blame him for that ban. That's a really solid ban, if I'm honest. And you don't want to give the other team the ability to throw you into the middle of a Zerg wave, because that won't end well for you. However, interesting of note, they feel with Trog Squad banning Garrosh right there, they obviously feel like either a solo tank Stitches is enough, or whatever they're going to be attempting, Garrosh will heavily disrupt it.
Yeah, and we see the Malfurion ban come out. That's just because of how well he pairs with Stitches and creates those situations for good Twilight Dreams and good Roots. But we are going to see Rexxar hype, and Greymane coming in with Rexxar. So
let's
get in your wish.
Let's go. I approve of the Rexxar right there. And, of course, my internet is acting incredibly weird right now. I apologize for any drops at the moment.
Luckily, we're still in the draft screen, so won't affect things yet. Give us some time. Interestingly enough, too, for Trog Squad, there's still very, very viable solo healers left in Rhaegar and Uther, and even Stukov, to a lesser extent, can really solo heal. So they get a lot of options on the table still, despite the double support ban. So if Team Happy Cloud really was in fear of one support, they could choke out and go double support here, but there's still a few good options left, even if they go support. So I don't see them really going that route, Zex.
Yeah, no, definitely not. There's one of those healers, at least minimum, is going to be available at the end of this. We see the Anubarak and Navala, so they're putting all the healing on the Brazilian shoulders of the Frog Boy Lucio, and
this is a very strong strategy if your team is very coordinated, because you can constantly know that his healing output isn't as beneficial as the speed he can give a team for disengages. So if your team's working as a unit and he's switching off at the right times from healing to speed for disengage, he can be very effective by himself. And a Brightwing follow-up as the healer, that's an interesting response. I think that's a very, very telling pick because of the Anubarak. I think they fear his ability to dive in and create havoc on their backline with Kel'Thuzad and Greymane. So Brightwing really might help complement that defense there a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. You're definitely not wrong on this, but we've got our teams. I personally like how Trog Squad drafted right there. I think they're going to be able to get the most out of this particular lineup, as opposed to.
How are you not going to be happy? They took Rexxar for you, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. See, case in point, right there. They respect the Rexxar.
I think both teams had very strong drafts. I like the idea behind Team Happy Cloud's ability to be able to dive in on targets and really create havoc with Dahaka coming in and off of brush stalks and Anubarak diving in with the burrow charge and the shield. Lucio allowing that speed for the disengage. I think they have a very solid team, and obviously Rexxar is going to be a nightmare to deal with for Team Happy Cloud on Trog Squad's team. And the Brightwing pick, I think, was a very good pick. I worry about her ability to solo heal at times, but since you're going against a Lucio, I feel like you can definitely get away with it.
That's true. Mr. Chooch coming in to say hi for the day. For those who don't know, apparently Balrog Fan literally lives right beside some train tracks, and so every so often the friendly Mr. Chooch comes by and says hi in a very loud voice. So, that's why he's muted right now. So, but here we go. Game 1 between Trog Squad and Team Happy Cloud. Let's get it going. Game is going to load up here sometime this century. And there we go.
All right. And on the blue team, we have Trog Squad. And on Rexxar, we have Donison. On Brightwing, we have Flores Laba. On Greymane, we have Jamaica. On Kel'Thuzad, we have Tal Griffin. And on Stitches, we have Jfrawl.
And on the side of Team Happy Cloud, we've got Nightcaster on the Vala, Ferret on the Dahaka, Discerning on the Lucio, Lumpy Dumpy on the Gul'dan, R275 Delta on the Anubarak, and I am missing someone.
Did you get Nightcaster on Vala?
I believe I did.
F Ferret on Dahaka? Discerning on Lucio? Lumpy Dumpy on Gul'dan?
I know. Yeah. Okay. So I said 5, but it felt like I only said 4.
Okay. Minor correction on my side. It's J Frey, not J Frawl. I's and L's are complicated sometimes, people. We see Rexar at the top. He's going to be a looming presence for anybody who has to solo deal with him. That's why you're probably not seeing very much of an engage on the Trog squad side. They know they have a big advantage top, and they don't need to risk anything right now.
No, definitely not. And we do see Lumpy Dumpy already throwing that Fell Flame out, but the root from Kelth is just a bit much to handle at the moment, and Lumpy Dumpy already taking a fair bit of damage right there. That was a really good stun from the Kel'Thuzad.
And Kel'Thuzad already stacking that Blight, getting it up to 4 right out the gate. Very important to get his Blight up as soon as possible. We'll be interested to see how Tal Griffin manages that. Right now we have some exchanges going back and forth. Just a little bit of chippy damage. People trying to complete quest and get minions.
Yeah,
nothing too major.
Up at the top, we do see that.
This Anubarak just got blown up.
Yeah, and
he got caught with the Kel'Thuzad chains, and the follow-up was very intense from Greymane, and it caused Anubarak to die.
And it wouldn't be Nexus commentaries if I didn't miss First Blood.
I actually didn't go up with you, so I caught the whole thing at least this time. So I could at least report the action of First Blood. Right. Ooh, a hook goes out on the Gul'dan. Gul'dan's going to eat the slam. He's taking a lot of damage. Greymane dives in. Greymane's trying to get the last cocktail off, but he can't get there. Lucio pushes him off with the balance.
Lumpy Dumpy was so much danger right there. Greymane gone fishing with those cocktails. Almost landed it onto the Gul'dan just now.
And we've got the beacons coming up just now, and both teams are looking for their dominance, trying to control the beacon point. Down bottom, it looks like Trog Squad's got pretty handy control of the spots right now. Dahaka's still struggling up top with Misha and Rexar.
R275 Delta taking a fair bit of damage on that Anubarak in the bot lane. Had to tap, and just Dahaka not able to overcome, but we see a polymorph onto the Anubarak. The stun comes out, the root misses, and Hala goes down. I love this bug. It's just a big white box on the left, but Florizov is taking so much damage on the Brightwing, gets a heal, and he has to back for now. Another stun from the Kel'Thuzad. So much damage. Greymane trying to capitalize it, but the Dahaka does brush Talker bottom, gets turned into a squirrel for his effort, and is quickly consumed by the angry Worgen.
And this whole time they were able to keep control of the beacon, Zex, so they got 100-0 Zergwave to start off. Team Happy Cloud playing a little bit on their back feet. I feel a lot of that, though, is due to Anubarak's lack of the spell armor off of his Burrow Charge, and I think when he has that, he'll have a lot easier time surviving.
Yeah, this Anubarak is in the midst of a Zerg horde and ate about half his hit points right there. He's positioning to get some extra damage onto the Zerg wave, but in the bottom lane, let's ignore this and note that Trog Squad has decided to push the bottom lane out, but Stitch has taken an awful lot of damage. Thankfully, the creep wave does show up in time as Death and Decay goes off. The Kel'Thuzad fishing with those chains right there, and they're going to get this bottom lane pretty much for free.
That's a very smart move. They figured the Gul'dan would be up there for the wave clear, and it's very hard to stop Gul'dan's wave clear early. He's going to be able to take care of that first wave. His power is just so great. So great response by Trog Squad, going down and taking down that fort, making sure they got something out of that first beacon 100% phase.
Yeah, and now we see Happy Cloud moving to take their Firebat camp right there, as both Firebat camps are being taken at this time.
Yeah, both teams thinking the same thing. Try to get that pressure in on the lanes and create some sort of advantage. We've got a slight level difference in lead. Let's see what Trog Squad has elected to go with. Brightwing taking the Unfurling Spray, the Manic Pixie, and the Cleanse. The Cleanse going to come into play, obviously, against the Anubarak and the Dahaka. We have Greymane going with the standard cocktail build, and we have Kel'Thuzad going with the barbed chains, the striped shields, and the glacial spikes. Looks like he's really focusing on his chains here. We've got the standard slam build from Stitches, and on Rexar we have Easy Spray, Hunter Gatherer, and Aspect of the Beast. So I don't think we'll be seeing your favorite skill. Oh, but Gul'dan takes a lot of damage and he goes down.
Yeah, no,
Animal husbandry.
Yeah, no animal husbandry, no Civilization 4 in this game. Oh, nice stun onto the Anubarak right there with the chains, and he has to burrow out in a hurry after that root mist right there.
Kel'Thuzad's creating a lot of chaos for Team Happy Cloud. I wonder if they are ready to play him.
Almost going to go down. Just a few hundred hit points left, but they're going to press their advantage on this. Lucio gets rooted right there. Kel'Thuzad is just on point with these stuns. Your own structures aren't safe havens anymore with him around.
Yeah, with him being a new hero and Team Happy Cloud being decimated by his presence right now, they might want to consider banning him out next game.
I completely agree with that. I knew he was going to be good coming out, but this was a bit more than I expected to see.
Yeah, definitely. We see Misha just down there trying to push off the Dahaka. Dahaka's just waiting for reinforcements, and it looks like they're going to come in time. Rexar's going to have to disengage here. Unless he doesn't realize how much trouble he's in. He's taking a lot of damage from Vala. Anubarak gets the stun, but the arrow comes out, but Rexar's able to escape, and he brings Misha with him.
Yeah, he got out of there just in time, and now Ferret popping his trait to get some of those hit points back. It decides to slap a bear a few times on his way out the door. Ooh.
Vala putting some damage on Brightwing in the top lane, forcing Brightwing to back as the rotation comes up, though. Brightwing might be in a little trouble here. Has to use Unfurling Spray to get out of there. Or Emerald Wind, I apologize. And in the bottom, Dahaka goes down, trying to trade around with Misha. Gets caught out by Kel'Thuzad and Stitches. Sorry,
yeah.
I missed that.
No, I got that one, though. The Glacial Spike coming into play right there on the side of Kel'Thuzad, allowing him to stun up that Dahaka when there were no enemies around. So really heads up play from the Dahaka, or from the Kel'Thuzad right there. And they're going to rotate, take this top beacon. But Team Happy Cloud decides that they're going to go grab that bottom one, maybe eat some bear meat in the process.
Yeah, Misha just sitting there waiting for the team to show up. He's trying to create some havoc so when the rotation comes, they'll be able to do a lot of damage. But it's looking like Trog Squad is electing to just kind of, I guess, push out with this wave and let Misha and Brightwing handle it bottom.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really solid decision. At some point, they're going to have to back and defend that top. But instead, we're going to see Misha go down to a stun combo from Team Happy Cloud. But in the meantime, Team Happy Cloud decides, hey, you're busy down there. We're going to take your top cam.
Yeah, Trog Squad creating a lot of chaos for Happy Cloud to deal with at the moment. As we talked about during the draft, how much of a disruptive presence Rexar really is. Misha being able to sit on beacons and cause rotations.
Gorge onto the Dahaka just now. He turns into a squirrel, gets pulled back by the chains from the Lich of Naxxramas, and gets killed.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say it's more dangerous to have Kel'Thuzad with Stitches than it is to have Maltherion with Stitches, and that is not something I say lightly. That is dirty.
Yeah, that was filthy. He just dropped that. He dropped the chains on the spike and waited for Stitches to spit him out, and that was all she wrote right there. That's a really nasty combo.
They're looking to take back the top point here, but right now they're just focusing on getting camps, making sure they're able to push out the lanes while Team Happy Cloud is constantly forced to move around and change their positioning, not able to really get any beacon progress going.
No, and they can't even take this. Oh, another Gorge from the Stitches while the Cocoon is out. Tal Griffin was the beneficiary of that Cocoon.
The Horrify really ruined Stitches, though, and then that follow-up damage to Gul'dan caused him to go down as well in a one-for-one trade. Misha's just out there causing havoc, though. Look at all the stuns going off. They all eat the Greymane cocktail. Dahaka's going to go down. The chase is on. Misha's pushing off the group. Team Happy Cloud forced to retreat, and we're going to see 100 to 24 likely on this beacon.
Not just yet, though. They decide they're going to keep the aggression up on this camp play, and they're going to go and take this bottom. I'll call it the Knights camp. There's 4 of them. There's 4 Knights. We see R75 Delta come in, face check that bush, and almost get stunned. I have not memorized the name of that talent. That Shadow Fissure from the Kel'Thuzad does miss, and Happy Trog Squad just painting this map blue right now.
If it helps, just remember it's Bruiser and Siege.
That's fair.
Oh, Polymorph goes out on a Lucio. Lucio taking a lot of damage. He's going to eat the chain stun. Misha is in pursuit. Anubarak trying to back off and peel. He successfully gets the stun off on Misha, but Lucio still goes down. The Greymane cocktail is just proving to be way too much to deal with.
Definitely, this Kel'Thuzad is just lining stuns up left and right for Greymane to capitalize on, and it's just wreaking havoc on Team Happy Cloud.
Yeah, for sure, and we're going to see that big Zerg wave coming down. It's going to be really hard to keep this keep. Let's see how Team Happy Cloud responds.
It's really on the back of Gul'dan at this point. He's going to need to hit pretty much all of his skill shots consistently and effectively, but Vala gets stunned. The Shadow Fissure comes out. Greymane jumps over the wall to get the kill. Stitches has a gorge target. It is the Dahaka. A whole lot of damage. He's forced to burrow, but it's not going to save him. He goes down. This keep is still under siege by the Zerg wave. Lumpy Dumpy taking an awful lot of damage. Gets stunned. Gonna eat the root. Goes down to the Kel'Thuzad. The sound barrier coming out just a bit late on the side of Team Happy Cloud. Discerning, doing his best to play that funky music and keep his team up, but R75 Delta does eat another stun from the Kel'Thuzad, does have to burrow charge away, and it just seems like this is not going Team Happy Cloud's way at the moment, becoming more of a thunderstorm from the Trog Squad.
Yeah, Trog Squad's still got some fairly healthy minions. They're going to try to stack some core damage and possibly end here. Lucio and Vala taking a lot of damage. They're forced to retreat back to the Hall of Storm. Stitches catches the drag. He's eating a lot of Lucio damage. Gul'dan starts casting spells and blows him up. Oh, but the double chain gets Vala and Gul'dan. Oh my god, they are down. Lucio's trying to escape, but Greymane is in hot pursuit, just shooting out that damage. Dahaka's in the back line trying to create chaos, but he got chained to the Anubarak, and he takes a ton of damage, just gets slowed down. The Anubarak goes down. That's GG, Zach. It's GG.
That was ridiculous. Yeah, ban Kel'Thuzad.
I'm just going to ban Kel'Thuzad right now. I'm going to do it for them, or I'm going to pick him for him, whatever they prefer. Jesus, Kel'Thuzad is filthy.
That was disgusting. That was a quick game 1.
Yeah, that was a 12-minute Braxis holdout.
Yeah.
We see a lot of damage and siege damage coming in. The Greymane doing a lot of work. That was just doing Greymane things. The Brightwing proving to be a very valuable pick on the side of Trog Squad there.
Definitely had some good key cleanses coming out onto his teammates right there. Some very key
chaos on the channel points a couple of times.
Yeah, some key polymorphs on the tanks to just blow them, just stuff their sustainability. Like,
yeah, you would see the Brightwing just latch on to the Stitches the second he gorged somebody, and then as soon as they came out of the gorge, they were polymorphed. It's a very detrimental thing to try and deal with when you're any character, and it was deleting Dahaka regularly.
Yeah, it was. That was pretty. That was just wonderful play coming out on the side of Trog Squad right there. We're going to update that score real quick.
Do you see a white box when I think it's when a quest completes or something?
Everything is a white box on my end.
Oh, okay. Well, so, it comes through on the stream too. Is that what you were trying to...
What's that?
Like that, it shows up that way on the stream is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's how it shows up on my...
On your screen.
Yeah, that's how it shows up in game. It's really weird.
Have you tried clearing your cache?
I don't have any cache.
You don't. Heroes has a cache folder.
Boom.
Oh, yeah. Getting mad. Looks like we're going to Infernal Shrines for round 2.
All right. So we haven't. To be fair, we haven't casted an Infernal Shrines game in forever. I'm looking forward to this.
Oh yeah,
It's a fun map. We've seen how coordinated Trog Squad can be. Let's see if Team Happy Cloud can bounce back and answer back in a big way right here. Those kinds of losses are kind of disheartening, especially when you've got when you just constantly get stunned all game. When you feel like you're single player mode almost.
definitely. Should we? Are we going to be creating? Or are they creating again?
Someone else created the first time, and Donison has invited me to a lobby, so I'm getting in there right now. I will get you in there, and we'll be starting up here really, really soon.
Oh, that was in all caps. So, and that was in Bliss Pro, so we're good there. Oh. Yeah, okay, we're good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Trog Squad looking very strong there in that first game. Kel'Thuzad proving to be such a menace. I can't see Kel'Thuzad not either being banned by Team Happy Cloud or taken. His presence was just so much to deal with.
Yeah, and he was on point following those combos. Like almost every single time he landed a chain, he was there with the root. Almost every single time. I can think of maybe 2 times he missed a root.
Yeah, definitely, no doubt. Looks like we're having some trouble getting people in here.
It looks like everybody's slowly filtering in at this point now. Let me make sure that I've got these teams. Yep, I've got these teams in their correct positions. Pat myself on the back for that, for not messing that up. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. I am Zexrus. With me tonight is Balrog Fan. We are Nexus Commentaries. We are a new commentary team bringing you some sweet amateur Heroes of the Storm action. If you like us, hit that follow button. We do have a sub button.
Yeah, brand new sub button. Emote coming very soon. Going to be something good for HGC. Hope you guys will enjoy it. But yeah, if you want to sub, feel free. We would appreciate the support. All initial money definitely going into upgrading our equipment so we can bring you the highest and crispest quality cast possible.
Maybe I can get off this Fisher Price internet that Comcast brings.
That would be amazing.
It would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'm sure everyone would appreciate it. But yeah, no, definitely anybody who wants to support us, we appreciate it. Follows are plenty, but subs are very appreciated as well.
Well, we are going into game 2 between Trog Squad and Team Happy Cloud. So, okay, so they gave me Rexar last game, okay? I want to see a Kerrigan this game.
I mean, okay, so Kerrigan isn't as good as she was when they made those changes, so we haven't seen her in a while. Sonya's kind of stepped up and taken that place.
It's true. But
it's a lot harder to consistently land her combos since those changes.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose. Again, I see the Garrosh ban.
Garrosh proving to be very disruptive.
Yes, yeah, just do it. Hit the button. Don't even hesitate. Ban Kel'Thuzad. Don't let it through. Don't go, hey, maybe we should ban Genji. Just hit the button, guys. You can do it. I believe in you.
Or ban Stitches. If you ban Stitches, I'm happy.
That's true, but there are alternatives to Stitches.
No. No one else has a hook. No one else has a hook.
The Haka has a drag.
I mean, he has a drag. That's different, though.
That's
no one has what the hook. No.
That's kind of a hook.
It's nowhere close to a hook. You stop, sir.
And it's more mobility. Yep, there we go. All right, good on Team Happy Cloud saying we're not dealing with that nonsense again. I can't wait for HGC.
To be fair, I mean, he's only been out for 2 days. How much can you prep for a Kel'Thuzad? I'm surprised he was able to be picked in this tournament. To be quite honest,
that Kel'Thuzad player must have practiced him a lot to consistently hit those combos.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can practice him, you can play him, obviously, but I mean, how much can you prepare for the team comps that he can present? There's no way to really, really be on top of it 2 days in. And I think that's a tall order for most people, even pros, let alone people in Chair League generally,
I love it. A first pick Diablo.
Yeah, nothing wrong with Diablo. Diablo, very strong hero. Always able to create stun situations and isolation situations that can lead to quick blow-ups. Just a great tank in general. One of my personal favorites.
Definitely, yeah. And since you put me onto him a while ago, and I've just been looking for excuses to play Diablo ever since. He's so much fun. He's so disruptive. He's one of the few tanks that can dive into your back line and walk out.
Yeah, it's really fun when you can get the souls stacked and they stay. Uther and Zool coming in from the side of Team Happy Cloud. Very good response to Diablo. Zool presents a lot of problems for Diablo because Diablo has to commit positioning, and the Bone Prison can be really, really detrimental to that. So obviously Uther can follow that up with stuns. Uther's a great healer. Just solid picks on the side of Team Happy Cloud. Zool has has a great presence on Infernal Shrines as well.
We see the Lunara come out, and if I see an
there she is. Yep.
Miss America.
What can you do though? You don't ban the Kel'Thuzad. You gotta deal with him. You don't ban Ariel. You gotta deal with her. It's pretty tough.
Trog Squad does not have an effective solo Shriner yet.
That is true. So a Sonya ban would make sense here, though I don't know that you can comfortably ban Sonya with Malthael still present and would fit with Lunara and another tank. So I feel like you have to ban out Malthael here unless you plan on taking him. So I think this ban's going to be pretty telling from the side of Team Happy Cloud.
Yeah, and just like you called, they are hovering that Sonya ban. They're going to commit to it, and I wholeheartedly approve that. That definitely shortens down the amount of solo Shriners, we'll call them. At this point. Now,
Rage quit? Looks like we had a disconnect. I think it was... Let's see here.
We'll get this sorted out real quick.
All right, so we're going to see the same picks. Talking about that Sonya ban, then, yeah, I think when you look at people that might be in the running for solo shrine positioning, you're talking about heroes like Abathur. Not so much because he can... not so much because he's, obviously a solo laner, but you can put a shield on just about anyone and create a situation where they can clear very quickly around the shrine fights, and obviously having that is very good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's see. Sorry, train it derailed completely on me. There is now, as I was getting ready to say, if I were Trog Squad, I would ban Arthas out.
Yeah. Yeah, Arthas would be a really strong ban. I feel like Arthas is a nightmare to deal with. He counters Diablo's ability to dive in by creating a situation where Diablo will be slowed if he's in Arthas's Ring of Frost, and Lunara can be put in some tricky situations if she gets caught in a root. And by tricky situation, I mean instant death, because if you can catch Lunara, she usually dies.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So, and now that I'm thinking about it, Happy Cloud may be committing to a solo dual soak Zool, and then four in a lane, which we have seen before, but there was also, if I remember correctly, an Avatar involved, somewhere on that game. But we'll see how this plays out. And Zool, not the cleanest solo Shriner, but he can pull it off.
Yeah. So we're just waiting on Flora's Lava, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like we are waiting on Floor is Lava. We'll get an ETA here. We apologize for the delay. There's sometimes these things happen.
You know, I thought we were going to get through pretty quickly and be able to get to round 2 just in time, but this delay kind of puts us behind.
Just a little bit. But, hey, what can you do? We'll bring you the second game of the night as soon as we can. Maybe a bit of a delay.
Full voice comm loss. So, could be an internet outage. We might be dealing with a forfeit here if we cannot find a suitable time to agree on. I think it's 10 minutes, right?
Something like that. But let's not jump the gun just yet. This is why you have subs.
Yeah, definitely. So why don't we hit them with that music for a little bit while we wait to get this resolved, because we'll just be talking in circles.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, and we're back. We're going to pick up where we left off in this draft. We're going to be zipping through these first few picks, ending on the second ban for Trog Squad.
Should be interesting. Can't wait to see what ban we're going to see from Trog Squad.
Again, like I said, maybe that Arthas ban, it might be a pretty solid idea. So we did see a very quick game 1 out of Trog Squad. It was pretty convincing out of them.
Yeah, that Kel'Thuzad was very disruptive and hard for Team Happy Cloud to deal with. So we're gonna have to see how they respond to not having to fight Kel'Thuzad. Hopefully, they'll be able to make this highly competitive match too, because Kel'Thuzad was very disruptive for them.
What is this patch has like just messed my game up because I've got Ariel floating in the background now.
I have that as well.
There, bye Ariel. Next 2 picks coming up. Boom Boom, Diablo, and Lunara. Now note the positioning. I believe the middle position is gonna end up being the actual Diablo player in this case.
Yeah, that's likely. They just did that, so there was less swapping. So now we come to the new phase of the draft that we have been waiting for, and it looks like they're considering banning the old Chromester.
Not showing up for me.
Is your Skype, or I'm sorry, is your OBS good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember to unmute it. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy today.
Yeah, the delay was there, so I just realized maybe I should give you a quick reminder.
Are you proud of me, son?
I'm very proud of you, Dad. So we have the Chromie pick being hovered. Don't know if that's what the ban is going to be. They're obviously discussing the options they have. Maybe just taking some time to consider what the other comp might be bringing to the table and how they would respond. There's no harm in using the clock, that's for sure.
Definitely not. But we do see that Chromie ban. You definitely don't want Chromie getting those easy skill shots off thanks to the Zool in this case. Bone Prison means you're going to eat a lot of damage if there's a Chromie on the table. And with her changes, she's going to hit a lot of Sandblasts.
Yeah, that can be tough to deal with on Infernal Shrines when you're focusing on the minions. We see a Vala and a Johanna pick up. Johanna pulling her weight on Infernal Shrines, and every time we've seen her, as does Vala, just very solid meta picks from Team Happy Cloud. It's going to be on them to execute and respond to these last 2 picks coming up from Trog Squad.
Yeah, definitely. We're just waiting to see what. Now, I'm looking for another tank. I don't want to see a double heal comp come out of this. They've got Ariel. That's going to be plenty of heal. I'd like to see lots of damage come out. We see double
global.
I like this.
Yeah, that's an interesting response when you can suddenly hit the other team with that double global of Dahaka and Falstad. Now they've got to be rethinking their whole strategy and how they can counter this global presence that Trog Squad suddenly has on the map.
That basically nullifies any kind of advantage Zool will bring to the table. We see a Lily last pick.
I hope you're ready for adventure, because that's what Lily brings to the table. We're going to see some double healing on the side of Team Happy Cloud. But I expect Lily to put out a significant amount of damage. Water Dragon actually highly disruptive for characters like Lunara and Falstad, who rely on their mobility to be able to get them out of sticky situations. And that's very hard when you're hit with a giant slow and a lot of damage.
Very true. So we're going to go into game number 2 here on Infernal Shrines.
One more thing to note about the Lily is the blind she brings to the table. And it's not just that she has blinds, it's that they heat seek and they're constantly there off of a low cooldown. Very disruptive for auto attackers like Lunara. I expect Falstad to adjust and go spell damage, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we definitely will have to wait and see. But we are now loading into the game. Trog Squad up 1-0 on Team Happy Cloud. I believe this is tournament life for Team Happy Cloud. I believe if they lose here, they're out of the They're out of the playoffs at this point, and you never want to have a first round exit.
No. I expect Team Happy Cloud to play with some passion, especially that Lily pick being a very smart pickup, forcing the adjustment from the other side. I think that's going to prove to be a very valuable pick. But anyways, here on the blue team, we have Trog Squad, and on Ariel, we have Donison. On Falstad, we have Talgriffin. On Lunara, we have J-Fry. On Dahaka, we have Jamaica. And on Diablo, we have Onambian.
And on the side of Team Happy Cloud, we got R275 Delta on the Zool, Nightcaster on the Uther, Ferret on the Johanna, Lumpy Dumpy on the Vala, and Discerning playing the Little Adventure Seeker Lily in the ninja skin, so I approve.
Yeah, Ninja Skin Lily is top tier, especially on that cloud. They got 3 Happy Clouds on their side.
That's probably, I used to run on a team called Team Wonderbillies, and that's all we ran on were the Wonderbilly mounts. So I approve of this.
Yeah, Team Happy Cloud showing that synergy. Well, except for the Uther on his Judgment Mount, but we can forgive him. That Judgment Mount's pretty sweet looking.
Yeah, nice bit of damage coming out from the Falstad right there. Detainment Strike coming out. The Bone Prison goes onto the Dahaka, but all for naught as Dahaka just simply burrows and makes his way to the top lane. So just poking some prodding, but not a whole lot of damage coming out. Falstad getting rotated on. It's going to have to be a little careful not to get caught by that Bone Prison from the Uther. Throws out the Hammer Ring to get rid of those skeletons. And Lily going to be in a little bit of trouble right here, but them fast feet, too quick for you, boy. Can't suplex what you can't catch.
Very hard to pin down Lily early, especially with the constant heals and blind. Her mana feels endless sometimes when you're laning against her.
Yeah. She's probably one of the biggest early game bullies in the game. It's pretty ridiculous.
What makes her a great solo lane for this strategy Team Happy Cloud is employing, you can see them rotating constantly between the mid and top lane, making sure they have 4 people present at all times, so they might get that special little gank they're looking for with Zool.
And they're looking to get onto this Falstad, but he backs off just in time as this first shrine of the game is going to spawn in the bottom lane. And really, I really like the rotation coming out of Team Happy Cloud right now.
Yeah, Team Happy Cloud being very active in the early game, trying to find a early pickoff, but it looks like that they're going to just go in and engage on the front lines against Trog Squad. Diablo taking a lot of damage. Onambian getting stunned, getting rooted. The team is focusing on him. He's taking so much damage, but he gets out by the skin of his teeth and catches a heal from Ariel.
Lumpy Dumpy has to get healed by the Uther right there as Dahaka comes in, gets the drag onto the little panda. She's in a bit of trouble, but all she's got to do is just hit that Q over and over and over, and she'll be fine in the long run. Got a 14-10 advantage on the side of Trog Squad, and they are fully controlling the shrine at the moment. And another stun onto the Johanna right there. Not exactly the person you want to drag into, but, another goes out onto Lunara, and she is dead, just like you were talking about earlier. If you get a hold of Lunara, she is very easy to kill.
Yeah, her health pool is paper thin, and she's not able to put out the damage because of the constant blinds coming her way. Johanna and Lily together really slow down teams that rely on the auto attack, and we do see that the Falstad elected to go Seasoned Marksman still, so he's sticking with that attack build.
Yeah, and we see Falstad flying towards that top lane. Flying by the Zool, however, probably might be in a bit of trouble, but he does survive the Bone Prison. Team Happy Cloud gonna get this first front wall down, and really that's all you can really ask for here in the early game on that first Punisher.
Yeah, you never want to overcommit to that first Punisher unless you just wipe the team as it spawned. Getting the wall is generally par for the course, so great job by Team Happy Cloud, who seem to have bounced back nicely from Game 1.
Definitely Dahaka and Zool in the mid lane right now. Dahaka saving up them stacks for that next. He's going to get gone on right here in the mid lane. Big, nice burrow to dodge the condemn out of the Johanna. Saves his life.
Yeah, he wisely ate the Uther stun and waited for the second thing to come that was trying to trap him, and he was able to walk out easily with his life. We see a rotation down on the Diablo. Diablo charge ins, and it turns out to be a mistake because he immediately gets rooted in the Bone Prison and delete it.
Yeah, that was a really good rotation and catch that Diablo out of position ever so slightly and following it up with a huge amount of damage. We go to the top lane real quick. Discerning just kind of bullying this Griffin Rider out of lane just constantly. This is, what we talked about is Lily is just such a bully in the early game. It's so hard to keep her down between the blinds and the and all the damage she can put out in a surprising fashion.
Well, you can see her committing to the full damage build by increasing the blinding wind damage by 40% and increasing the number of enemies hit from 2 to 4, and it does prioritize hero targets, so putting out that damage constantly on 4 targets during team fights while applying a blind is very, very detrimental.
And I love this aggression coming out of Team Happy Cloud right here. They're going to grab this. But the counter comes in with the Detainment Strike. Diablo gets a suplex in onto the Delta. Johanna is getting dangerously low. She could be going down. She does go down. Onambian in a bit of a hurt right now. Johanna does pop the Unstoppable. And that was Zul that went down, not the Johanna. Dahaka looking for a drag onto somebody, but this gives Trog Squad a huge advantage going into the next Shrine phase.
Yeah, and you could see that Sacred Sweep really just nailed 3 people and really gave a bunch of energy to the Ariel to provide the heal, which let Diablo come out of there back to full health when he was very close to the brink of death, and now they're all recharged and ready to go for the Shrine phase. Yeah, there's definitely a benefit to your healer never needing mana.
Yeah, I want to say it's almost broken. But here comes Team Happy Cloud in force. The Detainment Strike hits the Uther, but no stun. But Nightcaster gets suplexed and shoved into the back by the Diablo. R75 Delta trying to come in for some disengage. Does get cleansed and stunned. In the meantime,
Uther's being chased down.
Yeah, but here we go. One quest done for the Zul right there. Val goes down as well in the top, and this is just going not well for Team Happy Cloud at this point.
Yeah, probably a mistake there to engage when they were going up against heroic talents on the side of Trog Squad. They should have probably backed off and just looked for that level 10. Speaking of level 10s, we have Diablo going with Apocalypse, Dahaka going with Adaptation, Lunara going with Leaping Strike, Falstad yet to lock in. We have the Crystal Aegis coming out from Ariel as per usual. And on the side of Team Happy Cloud, we have the Skeletal Mages for Zul, we have the Water Dragon for Lili, we have the Blessed Shield for Lunara, the Divine Storm from Uther, and the Rain of Vengeance from Vala.
And I like the choice of Rain of Vengeance here. It's a good way to stuff a Dahaka drag.
Yeah, a lot of stuns and slows coming out from the side of Team Happy Cloud, so they'll be looking to create some isolation plays.
Oh, here comes the Gust on the 3. Yeah, and then the follow-up, the Leaping Strike on the Lumpy Dumpy, the Apocalypse comes out. Vala goes down to the poison damage. Nightcaster having to burn the Divine Storm right there, and this is probably going to be keep on the side of Trog Squad right now. Diablo using that charge to get out, but here comes the Water Dragon. It's going to land on the Diablo. Diablo is going to go down. I don't see him surviving, but there goes 100 souls right there, and that keep did survive. That was a well-placed, very well-placed Skeletal Mages on his behalf, but here they come back, and Angry Leaping Strike comes out, and that was just, I don't want to say it was sloppy, but Zul, I don't think was thinking he was a little safer than what he was after that turnaround just now.
Yeah, Zul unfortunately throwing away the good fortune they had just obtained by being able to kill the Diablo and force the disengage and keep the fort. It looks like they're going to lose their camp and their fort to Trog Squad. Nightcrawler coming by, but he doesn't want to get involved. Getting too close to the Lunara without your Zul there to back you up is kind of asking for a disaster.
Definitely. They're going to clean up this summoner camp here really quick, but in the meantime, this
fort and tower.
This fort's forfeit.
Yeah. Dahaka looking for something against the Zool in the bottom lane, but it's not to be. They're just going to jockey for position down there, looking for one of their teams to come down and help them get that camp burst. But we got the Diablo engaging in on the Uther. He pulls the Uther back with the slam. The Fire Devil comes out. Lunara, detainment strike up in the corner. Uther takes all the damage and goes down.
That was just a really good heads-up play to grab that Uther as he was trying to wave clear. And we do have a Shrine spawning on the bottom as Trog Squad takes their siege camp. And this is dangerous for Team Happy Cloud right now.
Yeah, down their main healer in Uther. Lily can provide some sustained healing, but she's not going to give them the burst they need to deal with the kind of blow-ups that Trog Squad likes to hand out. Diablo looking for a position for a grab while he sits there, and they burn down the Infernos. They already got a 18 to 40 lead, I'm sorry. Vala gets attacked and blown up by the Diablo. Goes off APOC. Johanna goes down as well. Lily trying to get away. She gets a heal just in time before the poison gets her. Man, Team Happy Cloud.
Lunara is using those leaping strikes to maximum effect right there, securing the kill on that Johanna right there. They are just Trog Squad is looking really strong at the moment.
Yeah, level 10's proving to really bring the team together as they are able to get a lot of mileage out of these things like Gust, APOC, and Leaping Strike. And obviously adaptation as well.
Ooh, but in the top lane, we do see Dahaka pop his trait as Zool decides, I'm going to burn these skeletal mages on you. R275 Delta just overcommits at this point, and Falstead flies up. Power of the double global right there, paying off.
Yeah, and if Dahaka wanted to, he could probably barrel charge on, shadow stock his way on down.
Brush stock?
Brush stock. Wow, never got it, huh?
That you did try 3 times, so technically that's a strikeout.
Yeah. Falstad looking to put some damage and take away the well option. The last well in the mid lane goes down. Always a sad time.
Yeah, this is going to make Shrines a lot more difficult for Team Happy Cloud to control. What is going to make it even harder for Team Happy Cloud to control is the fact that they're 3 levels down at this point.
Yeah, the experience lead is very real for Trog Squad, able to leverage this mid-game advantage they had into a very nice lead.
And the strange
Dahaka's being jumped on real quick. Let me just cut to that real quick. Johanna trying to slow him down. Falstad flies in, hits the Gust for the disengage. Uther's all by his lonesome. Dahaka attempts the drag. Looks like they're going to try to still go in, and why not? They got the 16-4 advantage. Diablo goes in, he grabs the stun. Luther drops the Divine Storm. Their entire team's stunned. Johanna taking a lot of damage, but she's able to deal out the blinds. Now Diablo's on the back feet. He's going to get hit by the Condemned. Crystal Aegis comes out. Oh, the Sacred Swipe comes out and wipes Vala and Johanna both go down. The Bone Prison trying to go down on the Haka for the disengage, but he burrow and brush stalks underneath the ground, and he's able to stay. He hits the drag. Oh my God. Zax, help me here. Zool goes down.
Woo! That was the biggest turnaround I've ever seen to date. That was just, and we saw a 5-man Leyline seal last week for a turnaround. That was just absolutely clutch play coming out of the side of Trog Squad right there, and that's got to be a dagger right there for Team Happy Cloud. They had the perfect engage. Falstad came in with the save, and Trog Squad just ran away with it at that point.
I don't think Nightcaster could have hit a better Divine Storm. He caught 3 or 4 people right in the center there, and they were all so close to death at that moment, but the Crystal Aegis on Diablo turned everything around.
Yeah, it definitely did, and right now the kill score is 12-3. Just a lot of good engages on the side of Team Happy Cloud. Like right now, they're definitely they are annoyed with this Dahaka. They are done with his nonsense.
They're trying to go in and equalize some of this pressure. Probably a good play here. You need to take down at least one of the forts to give you a small experience boon, and try anything you can to get 16 at this point, because you know you can't contend that Punisher.
Yeah, but the thing to note is Falstead has completed season marksman at this point.
Yeah, he's going to be stacking a lot of damage. The blinds are going to be trying to slow him down, but a finished season marksman is always a dangerous thing to deal with.
Yeah, it definitely is, especially when you have a full auto damage build. Oh, Falstead goes in with the gust, pushing Johanna back. She's forced to pop her Iron Skin. Blessed Shield does come out. Zool does die in the process. The Crystal Aegis goes on to Lunara, just now saving her life. Another heal onto her from the Ariel, and this Punisher is just going ham on this front wall. They're going to get this front wall, and it's still fairly healthy at this point. It could lead to a keep. It's stunned onto the Lily real quick, or onto the Johanna instead, and she's got to run away. Diablo really wanting to suplex her into oblivion.
Lunara putting on all the poison damage she can in the meantime, forcing people to disengage, but it looks like they're going to be able to protect this keep, Zex.
Yeah, it definitely does. I think they're going to wait for this next Punisher phase where they will definitely have 20s.
Yeah, that's definitely the approach here from Trog Squad. Meanwhile, Team Happy Cloud is just trying to stop the hemorrhaging here at this point, get some experience, and get themselves back into this game. Right now is not a bad time to engage at 16 to 18, but I don't know that you do it while you're taking a bunch of damage from a camp that just got stolen from you.
Yeah, and Falstead gusts the Team Happy Cloud back into their own siege camp that was stolen from them. And they've got to be careful. They're going to see this Diablo fire wave come out. The stun does land onto Zool right there. Ariel has to Crystal Aegis herself. The Apocalypse does come out. Ariel does manage to get a kill. Vala goes down in the meantime. And this is just not going the way of Team Happy Cloud. Zool dies in the process. Uther is also dead. This could be this just could be a straight up team wipe. And Lily is the only one left standing, trying to adventure her way out of this sticky situation she finds herself in. But Dahaka's just running her down.
Yeah, Dahaka coming out of the brush with enhanced agility is so dangerous. You saw how quickly he chased Lily down. Despite Lily being a very slippery target, she was no match for Dahaka's speed, and now that's going to be a keep on the side of Team Happy Cloud being lost. They can't end here. There's no real reason to risk it. You got 20 seconds till the next shrine. You've got a 4-level lead. Just take the shrine and push it out.
Yeah, this will probably end up... If Team Happy Cloud takes this Punisher, this could very well be game.
It's going to be very hard for Happy Cloud to deal with this Punisher for sure, and it looks like that they're electing to make sure that they get the camps as well, because they're not really being pressured. They know they're not in much danger having their Storm talents already. But it looks like Team Happy Cloud might be trying to get cheeky. Looking to maybe get one pick off here or there. If Johanna shows up, we're going to see her go in.
It is a 4v5 right now, so if there's ever a time to take that fight, it's now. But Dahaka's burrowed in at this point, just running down Uther. But the Diablo does go onto the Zool real quickly. Apocalypse goes down, lands onto 2. Lunara's leading streak comes out. The Divine Storm from Uther doesn't save the Zool in time. Ferret on that Johanna is taking an awful lot of damage. The Crystal Aegis was popped in order to save one of the teammates. Oh, the 3-man gust. This is nasty right here. Johanna goes down. Lily goes down. Nightcaster is going to eventually go down. Vala as well. And that's a 5-man wipe. And there's no way they survive this at this point.
My God, Tal Griffin's Gust, these games have been disgusting. We've seen 3 Gusts that completely isolated multiple team members from one another and just created such advantageous situations. The first one obviously coming in the top lane around that keep, and then that last one just sealing the game.
Yeah, that was... And really, if you're a Team Happy Cloud, you can't really fault them for taking that fight. They had to. If they lost the Punisher, they were going to lose the game. They were down Storm talents. They had to try to get that pick off while...
Yeah, they had no other choice there, but Trog Squad playing just so efficiently in both games, and GG to Trog Squad. What a performance.
Yeah, that was just absolute brilliance on their